Hello, my Cabbage Patch Kids. Welcome to my Podcabbages.
This is a very special episode that we have ready for you today. We recorded it a full year ago, and we didn't know where we were going to post it, but we decided to just make it a special bonus episode of Podcabbages. I want to just be extremely upfront immediately. I'd like to extend a content warning, a heavy content warning for alcohol. If that kind of thing makes you uncomfortable, this might be one you need to sit out a little bit.
Yeah. This podcast is more of kind of like a night mood vibe.
Yeah, I would say grab your mulled wine, your extremely strong eggnog, and just find a comfortable chair.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the very famous set of images known lovingly as Dad Christmas that I think sort of gained fame from Tumblr some many years ago.
Mm-hmm. It is by the photographer Chris Maggio or Chris Maggio or something. There might be more images aside from what we describe, but we just kind of follow just kind of a specific post on Tumblr.
Right. We'll have a link to that in the episode description, so you can follow along at home. We highly encourage you to do so because the images themselves are a very important experience. I think everyone should have at least once in their life, if not every year around this time. I think there's a couple of times where I suggest that we might want to upload this without editing, but upon review, that would just be completely unlistenable. So we did as little editing as we could, which still ended up being quite a lot.
Especially because it becomes very unlistenable at the end.
As it goes. It just kind of, as we descend into madness, it just becomes harder and harder to listen to. But I will say, I haven't laughed so hard in so long, and I really hope that you enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll also mention that the official name for these images are a Male Chef Christmas.
Male Chef Christmas.
Yes.
Interesting. I still feel like the dad energy is so potent that Dad Christmas just makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, so we just kind of analyze these images, and we kind of have more questions than answers.
At the end, yeah.
At the end.
That's a good point.
And
enjoy. I have no idea when we'll release this, but it just feels very important to me.
It feels important to me. It is Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve.
We're recording this at 2019, 11:30 p.m., Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve and these shoes are just her size.
Let's talk about these photos that many people know about.
Hello and welcome to whatever the fuck this is. We're here to report on Dad Christmas.
Dad Christmas.
Dad Christmas, folks. We're sitting in the living room looking at these images for, it's an image, a set of images that you look at every year at Christmas time. You have a good laugh.
Yes.
And then you just move on. And I feel like this is it has to be like the 5th or 6th time I've viewed these particular images. No, probably more than that when I think about it. This year I was like, God, I have so much to say.
What if we just said?
What if we said?
So this is, all I'm seeing on credit is Chris Maggio. Chris Maggio.
Credit? Chris Maggio.
Who might be a photography
I'm going to Google
person.
It. Instagram. Oh, he's on Instagram. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to this.
I'm seeing some...
Chris's Instagram is a lot.
Okay.
It's just about as full as you would expect. Let's get back to Dad Christmas.
Yeah.
We're here for Dad Christmas. That's why we're here.
I'm seeing it also known as Male Chef Christmas.
I think from my own experiences, all I know it is Dad Christmas.
Dad Christmas.
You know what? I'm going to be fully upfront tonight. Folks, I'm drunk. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Sometimes you just
It's
have to be
true.
drunk. I mean, honest. Sometimes you have to be drunk and you have to be honest. But that doesn't change the fact that I have a lot to say. Let's get into the first image.
We are introduced to the setting that we're in. It's just the most blank white house. It looks like that they just finished constructing like a small house.
Wait, I'm
And they're all
I'm
sitting in the
already
room.
about to contest you on this.
Okay.
You said it's a blank white house, but when you look at it, the walls are kind of a slight off green color.
Yes.
A sort of sickening yellow
A
white.
sickening yellow white. Yeah.
They're not the same color as the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
That is the least of our worries. We have a lot of worries in this first image.
Yeah. The floor looks very polished and sleek and clean. It looks brand new.
Yeah, they got the good hardwood floors, so
Mm-hmm.
like good for them. I just noticed 3 of them still have their shoes on, and one of them is in socks.
So we have 4 people sitting around. 3 of them have their shoes on. One of them is wearing socks. They're all eating red noodles.
Sorry, there's just so much to say. Okay. We have to just start with like a very like quick.
That's what I'm trying to do. They're all sitting around. They're eating red noodles and Cheetos. Behind them is
off of styrofoam plates.
off of styrofoam plates. Behind them is just a Christmas tree and a window. And outside the window, you see like semi-dimly lit,
wait.
like a Santa peeking out.
Okay, can you like in like 5 or 6 seconds describe to me the image you're looking at?
Okay, 4 men sitting around, Christmas tree in the background, and a window with a Santa peeking out, and they're all eating a meal together.
Okay. All right, in 5 or 6 seconds, here's my description of this image. 4 old white dudes eating what looks like kid cuisine with a Christmas tree leaning against the corner and a weird Santa peeking in the window in the background. Okay. Got that out of the way. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not as it appears. It's not as it seems.
Okay, what if I just physically start from bottom up? First thing you see
Please don't.
is as noted, one of them is wearing socks. Everyone else is wearing shoes. You got
There's also one guy wearing like brown pants. This is like one of those like fucking like logic puzzles where you have to like X out like, oh, this guy is wearing brown pants, this guy is wearing socks, but these 3 people are wearing shoes.
one guy has brown pants. 3 people are wearing jeans.
Like the bluest of blue jeans.
Bluest of blue jeans. They're all wearing a long sleeve button down shirt.
Collared shirt. They're all tucked in too.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to assume they're bi dads.
By dads.
Oh, they all have gray hair.
They all have gray hair. They're all very like past middle aged.
They're
or
all
something.
extremely red faced, but the guy in the middle of the photo has a face to rival that of a cherry. It's so red.
Yeah.
It's redder than his noodles.
They are drinking nothing with their food.
Oof.
They have there's no like water
You're right.
or like juice. They're just having the food on its own. There's no chairs, no tables, just sitting on the floor.
Here, wait. I
Okay.
have to say something.
Okay.
If someone has never seen these images, it's important to point out or just to mention that these photos are taken. They feel like if you ever had like a handheld like digital camera in like 2008, where you were like just taking photos with the flash on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that sort of
Yes.
aesthetic. It's like it's decent quality, but I don't know how to describe it. It's like
It looks
bad.
like
It's bad.
I'm going to say
High contrast.
I'm going to say for every photo, it looks like that everything was in complete darkness just because of how strong this flash is.
That's true. Wait, now that I think about it, I don't think there are any lights on.
It looks like
I don't think I've seen any lights in any of these images.
It doesn't look like that there's any other light sources because
other than like the Christmas tree lights.
Just because you only see the shadows from the flash, and it's like the strongest flash in the world.
It's like it's so contrasty. It looks like each person was like cut out with like the little Photoshop like cutout tool, and then just moved like 7 pixels to the left.
Yes,
with like just a black sort of background left behind.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, we have more to say about this. There's a fucking Christmas tree in the corner. We kept saying, oh, there's a Christmas tree leaning in the corner. No, false. There is a broom with a Christmas tree attached to it somehow.
Yes. Instead of using a stand, they just attached it to a broom and then leaned it on the wall anyways.
There's also like a little orange kind of power extension cord of some kind that goes from the wall into an ambiguous area in the tree. It
looks like it's going to the top of the tree instead of the bottom of the tree. Which is where you would normally plug in the lights.
I don't understand what that is. I feel like they put it there just because it's like, oh, this big orange extension cord is such a dad thing.
Yeah. The tree just looks surprisingly normal compared to, but it's still like seeing the tree on its own. It looks very like barren and
other than like just
covered in tinsel,
like very like uncomfortable amounts of tinsel that were just like absolutely just kind of jizzed all over the tree. Hey, also, I don't know if we want to talk about this Santa that's outside the window.
There's a Santa outside the window. It's obviously a person dressed in a cheap Santa costume.
He's got the most upsetting look on his face.
Yeah, you can only see like very pixelated.
It's really upsetting.
Version of his face, but really it's upsetting. It looks like very beady eyes, but like it looks very like unhinged, and like the beard is like just like slightly under the lower lip.
I hate it so much.
It's just like drawn down. It looks like they're wearing glasses, but that might just be the lighting.
It's really hard to tell. It's kind of pixelated in there. There's also like when you look outside the window, you can see, according to like the lighting sort of at the top of the window, it looks kind of like a sunset. Like it could be a sunrise, seems unlikely, but it's probably sort of like a sunsetty kind of time. Like there's like an orange peeking through the branches of what we can only assume. Like this makes me think it's like this weird sort of cabin in the woods kind of situation. There's also a candle in the windowsill that's it's like a lit like fire.
It's a real candle.
Yeah, fire candle. Yeah.
On to the next image.
Okay. We're going on. This one, so I counted them, and there's at least 30 fruitcakes here. Wait, okay, we need a quick description of what the image is. Well, 5 or 6 words from you.
We can
5 or 6 words from you of what this image looks like.
30 fruitcakes stacked.
Yeah?
Man sitting on top.
Okay. I would say man sitting lucky style atop a throne of fruitcakes. Yeah.
So you have like a couple piles of fruitcakes. And you have like a little bit on the left, they're like a crumbled pile of fruitcakes. And you can see like sort of cut off on the right, a little crumbled pile of fruitcakes. You also see like a little like just a power outlet. And that's like the only other sort of
tethered to reality
that we have to this image. And yeah, you have the guy sitting on top with blue jeans and the socks.
Oh, this must be the sock guy. I have
this
to like follow this back
guy.
to the canon of the first image.
Okay. But this They're wearing a blue sweater
Oh,
now,
no.
or
There's
something.
nobody with a blue sweater in
Yeah.
the first image.
Yeah, there's no one with the blue sweater in the first image.
What the fuck? Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay, so you have this mystery person wearing a blue sweater. It looks like they have a wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to check in the early picture if anyone else has like wedding rings.
That's a good observation.
I can't.
No, the guy that has the socks on looks like he might be wearing a wedding ring.
Okay.
Did he change his shirt?
Maybe. Maybe it just got hot. Anyways, I'm just now realizing that this picture kind of tells a story
Okay.
that they tried to like sit on top of the other fruitcakes and they crumbled. And then like this very strong stack of fruitcakes like finally
Apex
made it.
fruitcake stack.
Yes.
I was just pointing this out. We already talked about how like these images are like so weirdly juxtaposed. Like the fucking like camera flash contrast is so upsetting that they just like look weirdly photoshopped or something.
Yeah.
But this image and like the images as we continue to go on, you start to realize like if I took any single one of these pictures myself with a camera, it would be like the fucking magnum opus of my creative career. Like these are such good pictures just on their own. I would print this, put it in a gallery, and like just the print I would set up for like millions of dollars. They're so genuinely good.
Yeah. The flash on this one has especially hard outlines that makes it look like you're playing like Borderlands or something. And you see his feet are like they're only slightly cross-legged, just crossed at the feet.
Crossed enough.
Just kind of coily. And not coily like a spring, but like coy, like,
Okay.
And
thank you for like clarifying because I genuinely thought spring coils.
And he has had to do it to him hands.
I already said that.
And
you're fine.
I feel like there's nothing else to say on this image. These are big fruitcake. These are full size.
This is a good one. Compositionally, A+.
It is good. A+ on this one.
Let's go on.
This image also even simpler.
Which image? The third one?
The third image.
We're on to the third image. Third image time. Now give me 5 or 6 words to describe this image.
5 or 6? Mm-hmm. I can give it to you in 2 words.
Do it.
Eggnog altar.
Alternative eggnog.
Alternative alt eggnog.
Here's my 5 or 6 words.
Yeah.
Big jug of eggnog on a silk table. What's that word when things are like on your sides? Blanked. Flanked. Flanked?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay. Flanked by burning candles.
Mm-hmm.
Those were my 5 or 6 words.
Okay. I'll do 3 words. Just
Thanks.
like simple eggnog altar.
Okay.
If I had this...
Okay, simple eggnog altar.
Yeah. If I were like a game designer for The Sims and I wanted to name this object, it would be simple eggnog altar.
Now, you say it's a simple image. Can I offer...
I'd say it's a simple object.
Okay.
But the image...
Noah?
Hmm?
Have you ever seen a jug of eggnog this enormous?
No, I don't have a Costco membership.
Can
I feel
I-
like you'd have to go to Costco to get one of these.
This jug of eggnog is so large, it has 2 handles. 2 separate handles.
I'm just now realizing this eggnog has 2 handles on it.
2 handles for like whatever is most convenient for you.
And the lower, you see a handle on the side and a handle on the top. And if you look at the lower handle, it's slightly dented. As if like someone was like carrying this with like one finger or something.
Just a piece of yarn.
Yeah. I'm zooming in and it's exactly 1 quart of eggnog.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite a gallon, but it's a big jug.
It's enough. It's more than I would ever drink.
Yeah. And
that's especially funny because I'm vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Eggnog is one of the most decidedly non-vegan drinks.
We drink alt eggnog.
We do have the alt eggnog in our.
We drink the alt eggnog.
It's fine.
We're going everything. A lot of the things in this kind of fit like this sort of dollar store aesthetic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This whole photo set is sort of a dollar store, like a dollar story, if you will.
It's a dollar story. There's not much more to say. You can say that
I love that they've invested in like a silk tablecloth for this one.
The silk tablecloth is very like haphazard. In a way, it looks like that they laid this tablecloth down and then they like shoved the eggnog.
Holy shit! I just like scrolled to the next image. We have to go to the next one.
Okay. And then they like push the eggnog back and then like
I'm sorry. I need to go to
tablecloth's all rumpled up. Okay.
Image number 4.
Image number 4.
It's a little snowman made out of sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut snowman.
Okay, my 5 or 6 words. Sauerkraut snowman, dad arm, putting little hat on hot dog nose. Little twig arms. Little scarf.
I would just say dad.
Olives.
Dad putting hat on sauerkraut snowman.
God, what a good picture. The first time I saw...
Okay,
go ahead.
You have to make a haiku about this image.
Okay, I'm drunk. I have to remember what a haiku is. It's 575?
Yeah, 7.5. Wait, no.
It's 575.
7.57.
No, are you sure? No, it's 575.
Yeah, it is 5.75.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
God.
Ooh, fuck you. Okay, I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Sauerkraut hat man.
Wait.
Sauerkraut hat man.
Is sour 1 or 2 syllables?
God damn it. It's 2.
Sour.
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 Sour. Sour.
Sour. It's as many syllables as Kyle.
Well, now you've messed
Kyle.
up my whole haiku.
Kyle. Sour.
Both of those are 2 syllables, but go off.
Sour.
I mean, Kyle is 1 syllable. Both of those
You say it the same way. Sour Kyle.
We can't include the word sour in a haiku then. It's too divisive.
No, it's just one.
I'm sorry. You just decided to do haikus about the sauerkraut man, and now we're gonna be here for hours. We have to move on, or something bad will happen. I think it's Christmas Eve.
It's 7 minutes till Christmas.
Oh no!
Sour is 1 syllable. Go, 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 go.
Sour is 1 syllable. I have 7 minutes to finish my haiku.
Just
the podcast.
Just fill it with ums.
Sauerkraut hot dog man has a tiny little hat. A dad did this, huh?
Here's mine.
Okay, go.
Sauerkraut snowman sits on cardboard with hot dog nose. Give him a small hat.
I feel like you just took like 2 haikus, but then again, maybe I'm just out of my mind.
Shall we go to the next one?
I guess so. Wait, I have one thing to say.
Okay.
There's a lot going on here. We got the dad hand arm with the hairy wrist and the little hat, the little beady olive eyes. We got the hot dog.
Literal olives.
We got the hot dog nose, the scarf, the fucking scarf. Where did the scarf come from?
It's a small, tiny scarf.
It looks like a scarf. Like, you can't just, like, turn a napkin into this scarf.
This isn't a scarf for babies. This is a scarf for newborns.
It's a scarf. It has, like, the little, like,
It's got
scarfy,
little
like...
tassels on it.
Tassels on the end. Where did they find this scarf? Anyway, they have the little twigs for arms with the perfect 3 fingers and everything.
They just put straight up wood inside of a sauerkraut. And a reoccurring theme is that this is very unsanitary.
Noah loves to point out how unsanitary this is.
This is unsanitary. There's so many...
I think that's the main joke of Dad Christmas, though, is that it's so, like, uncomfortably unsanitary.
The joke of Dad Christmas, health code violations.
Okay, but we get down to the base, and for a minute, I thought there was an oyster shell there. Oh. And that was my thought for a while. Was like, is that an oyster shell? But it's just the lid of the can of sauerkraut.
Yeah. It is to be noted that there are 2 open cans of sauerkraut.
There are 2 open just cans of, and all they say is sauerkraut. There's no brand naming.
And the other thing is, this looks like way more than 2 cans of sauerkraut. This looks like...
Oh, for sure. I think they wanted to, like...
4.
They wanted to solidify it, just so you know, it is definitely sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely move on to the next image.
Okay, let's move on.
Because I have so much to say about this one. I almost just dropped my beer on the floor.
Okay, go ahead.
You start. I've already talked too much. I'm just going to be, like, vibrating the whole time because I want to say so much.
If I did a haiku on this, there would be too many syllables to go on. It's a Cheeto wreath. They're just showing you a Cheeto wreath. It's a Christmas wreath made of Cheetos.
What? The undersell of the fucking century. This is not just a Cheeto wreath. It's not just a Cheeto wreath. It's not It's not just a Cheeto wreath. Oh my God. There is a perfectly cylindrical.
Cylindrical.
What is the cylinder again?
It's a circle.
There's a perfectly round.
Perfect ring
of puffed Cheetos. With a little red bow. But that's not all. That's not it, is it?
That isn't it. There's more.
There's more. Well, wait, there's more. There's a man. There's a man here. Damn, how did I get so drunk?
You had a full bottle of wine and 2 beers.
Well, don't display my secrets. There's a man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There is a man here.
Merry Christmas.
Oh. Santa's here.
Santa's here.
It's Santa. The man here is Santa. We have to take a break to make sure Santa's here. We're going to be right back. We're just going to go check on Santa Claus. Did you start it? Oh, Santa's not here, folks. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I don't think Santa's real. Turns out.
No. But
he might be. Maybe he doesn't show up at midnight exactly.
This Cheeto wreath is.
This Cheeto wreath is more real than anything I've ever seen. There's a man here. We see a face in the window of the door and an arm coming over the top, holding the wreath. At a glance, it looks kind of like the same person. But when you look at it for more than a half a second, that's at least 2 men.
It's an impossible angle.
It's just not possible, folks. But then when you think about it, come to think about it, when you really look at this, wait a second.
What?
Okay, hang on. Wait a second.
What?
Wait, when you look at the hand of the person who's holding the wreath, you follow the wrist and the arm and the elbow, and then you come back down where the arm would naturally go.
Yeah.
Why isn't there anyone in the other window?
You can see them in the other window. You see their shirt. And you see like their chin right there, right on the top.
Chin?
It looks like some sort of beard.
Okay. That's iffy to me, but I guess I'll allow it.
Also, this is the top of a door, which is very high up. And
These dads are tall.
I'm assuming that maybe they're dangling from the top of the door.
Yeah, of course.
On their elbow. Like their feet are off the ground in this image.
I mean, okay, just a quick experiment. Can you put your elbow over the door?
Okay, I'm going to do a reenactment of this image. Okay.
You can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that bad.
I'm just on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
Well, after a trial, it turns out that you just have to be on your tippy toes, and you can be able to do it.
Noah is 6'1".
I'm 6'1", the height of a dad.
That's what dads are tall.
The dad height.
That's what dads are tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you're on your tippy toes and you put your elbow up there, you can do it pretty effectively.
Mm-hmm.
I just really love the really, really stark orange color in this.
It is good.
The saturation of these images is really, really good. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just very effective.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen something so orange in my whole life, except until I saw U.S. President Donald Trump.
Thanks.
Oh,
Let's get down to the deduction of this image.
what could that possibly mean, Noah?
Like, let's get to the logic of this image.
Okay.
Because why are you reaching all the way around that way? And there doesn't seem to be a hook on the door.
I mean,
why not just put the wreath on just like the side of the door that you're on instead of reaching out around over the top to put the wreath on?
because it has to hang.
But there's nothing. It looks like there's nothing to hang on.
Obviously, but it has to hang.
So it's just hanging on a hand.
Yeah.
It has to hang.
So I'm thinking they made the wreath.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking they quickly found some kind of living space that wasn't occupied, and they were like, let's fuck this place up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we can't just install some kind of hanger.
Yeah.
Why don't we've made this wreath.
Mm-hmm.
We have to hang it here.
Yeah.
Throw an arm over. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling, what could possibly be another explanation?
Yes. Yes. Before we move on to the next image, let's take a...
I thought, I didn't even know we were close to moving on to the next image.
Go ahead.
I just need to say how orange this wreath is. It's so orange.
It's oranger on your phone than it is mine.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm looking at this picture this is the orangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's still more orange on your phone.
Why?
I think your colors are different than mine.
What the fuck?
I think you have vibrancy on.
I
or something.
also I will say, I will do a little disclaimer. I do have orange vision.
No, I'm literally seeing. You can see the difference, right?
Right, but I do in my actual eyes have orange vision.
Most people can see the color orange.
I wish I could say a fucking joke once in my life.
This is fun.
I mean, it's fun for me, but this is a podcast.
Okay.
Noah is rapidly zooming in and out of both images.
At the same time.
That sounds
Okay.
boring, even just when I say it.
Okay.
Why is my phone so orange?
Is there anything else you want to say on this image?
This is the orangest wreath? No, this is the orangest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, it's just a given. Donald Trump, of course, is the orangest thing. But when you, just pretend he doesn't exist, this Christmas wreath made of puffed Cheetos, I can't believe how orange it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a new color.
Yes.
It's like orangest orange.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, I'm captivated by this color. Are you going to move on?
Yes.
Okay, go on. I'm just going to think about...
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I just fucking flipped to the next image and had a fucking, just a spiritual experience.
Okay.
Okay. It's time to talk about the hamster picture.
The hamster picture.
The hamster picture.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that you get to and you're like, okay. Now hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Now hang on. You can't just be like an interesting person and make these images. Now, once we get to this image, there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
There's like a completely different story taking place here
Mm-hmm.
on this day. How did... Okay. In 5 or 6 words, this image... Trying to describe this image in 5 or 6 words. Okay.
Milk.
Wait, it's not your term.
Your turn. Okay.
Okay, I've got it. I don't have it at all. I don't think I'll ever have it. But I'm gonna do my best. Here I go. It's the corner of the room. Your computer desk has a hamster water feeder that has the word real on it for some reason, and it's full of milk. And there's a power strip in the corner that's completely full of it's like full. All of the outlets are taken. And then for some reason in the middle of the image there's a dog bowl full of fucking chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
In 5 or 6 words. Go, Noah.
In 5 or 6 words. Is Santa a hamster or a dog? Or a cat? I mean, they're chocolate
You've
chip...
gone past your word allotment.
They're chocolate chip cookies, so probably neither. What animal can have chocolate from a dog bowl?
The most fascinating thing about this image to me is the milk bottle that says real.
That would probably just be the brand, right?
Brand of what?
Of like hamster accessories.
There's a brand of hamster. Wait, okay. Back up.
What?
This is a hamster thing?
I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that there's just...
I am like begging you to just kind of for a moment consider the size of the power strip, the size of the dog bowl, the size of the cookies, and then look at that real bottle again. And
yeah.
That's way too big to be like okay for hamsters or even guinea pigs. It's too big.
Yeah, or like it looks...
It's big.
It looks like a jumbo, like if you had like...
To me, it looks like... Go ahead.
To me, it looks like if you like owned a pet store and then you're keeping like 4 guinea pigs together or whatever, and you want to like keep them with water for like a couple days or whatever. It looks like the bulk sized.
I don't know if it would even fit in a guinea pig cage, but you know, I don't know shit about guinea pigs is the thing, so... To me, it looks kind of like a bottle of like regular ass milk with like one of those like bartender appliances that you screw onto the top of a bottle to like pour it into stuff, but a slightly longer.
Yeah. I think you're interpreting that as a separation, but it looks to me that that's just a bar that's like that holds it on to the...
You know,
thing.
I also love, I just want to point out the fact that if this was sort of a hamster contraption, that means nothing can come out unless like you suck on it.
It's like a straw, yeah.
Okay. There's milk on the floor.
There's milk on the floor, though.
I mean, just interpret that how you will.
I mean, when you like attach it to the leg of this desk.
You just think it's just going to come out?
Yeah, like if you like just kind of tap the bottle and like.
And you think that a person with a camera is going to look at this and be like, I'm not going to wipe up that jizz off the floor. I'm just going to take this image.
This is art.
You know, I'm not going to question the motives of the photographer. I feel like there's a lot of... Yeah, we probably should move on. This is...
Okay. But really quick, let's talk about the power strip.
There's a lot of things plugged into it. At least I thought there were, but now that I actually zoom in, there's like 4 things.
Mm-hmm.
Or 5, maybe off camera.
I don't think we ever find out what's plugged into it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's like... I was going to say a computer desk. Noah!
What?
There's like a thing in this image that has like legs that are going all the way down to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the 2 legs.
I think the other two legs are to the left of the image.
Oh my God,
instead of going to the corner.
This whole time I was thinking they were going to the right because there's the power strip, and I was like, wait, how is this thing standing?
But the power strip isn't under the desk. The power strip's just to the side.
My God. Sorry, it's just this whole thing is, they put a dog bowl of cookies under this desk with a hamster bottle of milk.
Yeah.
They really did that. Okay, next image.
So this is the part of the story where you get to like, this is definitely cursed. Oh, this is cursed. This is the beginning of Act 2.
I'm gonna cry.
Because you finally get to see what it looks like outside the house.
Where did my phone go? I fucking love this picture so much. No, I have to. Okay, I'm putting my phone down. I'm closing it. I can't look at this image anymore. Noah,
okay.
I have it memorized. Please talk.
Okay.
I can't look at it anymore. I'm gonna actually lose my mind.
I'll set the atmosphere. The trees are obviously dead. You see like a faint house in the background. So it looks like
I can't believe I'm actually gonna start crying right now.
You see a couple of houses in the background, which implies that this is just like a sort of just a suburban neighborhood. You see like a very tall picket. It looks like a 7 or 8 foot high, like wooden fence.
No.
And there's only like light patches of snow on the ground, but the grass is otherwise pretty green. And the most important part of this image is in the dead center, on top of the fence. Is you see a cheaply dressed Santa with just a single leg over the fence.
I'm like
just stepping over.
I'm so zoned out right now because this image to me is it's erotic.
Yeah. I mean, this image is several emotions.
Erotic is like really honestly the best way I can describe it. Just looking at this little
This tiny little Santa.
Erotic is not the right word. It's not. I don't want to have sex with him.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel a sense of a certain emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Just a kind of feeling.
I would also like to say that this shot, Santa's very far away in this shot.
He's tiny.
He looks so tiny. He's so far away. And you could easily imagine if this fence was just like 4 or 5 feet high, this would just be like a tiny little Santa.
Folks, I literally cannot I cannot look at this image because it's too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much. Whenever I look at it, I just kind of like lose control a little bit. My phone is on like do not disturb. It's flipped upside down on the desk right now. I can't touch it until we get to the next image.
Yeah, this is just kind of assume that this is like kind of like Lovecraftian. Like it's hard to, you can't describe it in words.
You have to see it,
the
but
way it
also
evokes.
like maybe don't if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm. It's also a simple image, but there's a lot.
That's the thing though. That's the whole point. Is like
Mhm.
it's such a simple image,
Mm-hmm.
but then it takes your brain like 2 seconds to realize what's going on here.
Yeah.
And like after that 2 seconds where your brain fully like sees it all, your brain just
Mm-hmm.
it has a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
Your brain has a little bit of a hard time there.
Okay. Now we will go to the next image, and we will immediately ask.
Can you flip me to the next image, please?
I'll change it for you so you don't have to look.
Thank you.
You just like completely exited the app.
Yeah, of course I did.
There you go. Okay. Here you are.
Thanks.
No.
I mean,
There's an immediate escalation.
what the fuck? I'm sorry. Okay, this is a bit of a disclaimer. Okay, we started talking. Okay. Noah and I were like looking at these images just on the couch.
Mm.
And we just started talking about them. And then we were like, okay, this needs to be recorded somewhere. Just the fact that these images, somebody needs to take a stand.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to be there to say something.
Yeah.
So we had already gotten through like the two of us talking back and forth about a couple of these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
This one, and I feel like the last one, and maybe the one before that, we had not discussed.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't looked at these pictures since last year.
Yeah.
So every time I actually flip to a new one of these images, it's just, it's a little too much, I think, for my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my heart can take it all the way.
So you see this image. It's a callback to the setting of the very first image in the set. It almost makes you think if the first image in the photo set.
Hey, Noah!
What?
One of these guys has a purple shirt.
Yeah.
Who? I'm sorry. I just made a big deal about that, and I went back to the first image, and there's a guy in a purple shirt.
Yeah. This makes you think that the story isn't told in chronological order, because it looks like that you'd see the Santa like coming over the fence, and then if I had to like order these images myself, I would put the first image. What?
I'm sorry. I just flipped back and I saw that image of the Santa coming over the fence again, and I almost lost a little bit of my control.
Okay. Summer. You can do this.
Continue.
So, you see Santa climbing over the fence. And then logically, this should be the next image where you see Santa peeking out the window and you see them all eating together.
I can't stop. Every time you say Santa, I just think of him coming over the fence.
I'm sorry that you've had like this association like on Christmas.
I can't not think about Santa just putting his leg over there.
I'm glad that we've had like a live sort of brain poisoning happening to you right here on the podcast or the audio, whatever this is.
I don't know what kind of thing we're going to be doing editing wise. I just want to say this would be fun to like upload next year. Just next Christmas.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Let's do that.
We could upload it just completely unedited, unabridged.
That's true, unabridged. We get to this image, which is the first setting as the first image. We see that all of the dads are asleep. And you can see that the eggnog is not on the altar, but under the tree.
But
still no one's drinking it.
Santa might be a dad.
Santa might be a dad.
He's not asleep.
Looks like it.
Looks like he's a dad or he's not asleep.
That's true.
Wait.
All the dads except for maybe Santa.
Santa looks like he's not asleep.
Santa's... he is standing upright. Okay, confirmed he is wearing glasses. He's wearing like small little glasses.
I mean, I always think about like Dumbledore wearing his half-moon glass. Also, fucking, I don't know what the fuck is up with my phone. The colors are like projecting colors to me that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
What is up with this red color?
Yeah, it looks like
Please look at this.
It looks like Switch controller red.
No, I mean, yeah, but like even redder.
It's ridiculously red.
Where is this color coming from?
They're very vibrant.
Like we've already talked about this. Noah and I have the exact same phone. Can we solve this mystery right now?
Go to settings, display.
Okay. I'm on adaptive.
I'm on natural.
Ooh, natural colors. Ew.
Yeah, just how they show up.
Disgusting.
How people want them to be.
Are you sure that's... I mean, I'm learning new colors. Are you sure that...
I mean, there's natural, boosted, and adaptive. So I'm assuming that natural is like the no filters.
Wouldn't you rather see colors you've never seen before?
I'd rather see like colors as they're supposed to be implied.
Well, I would rather have the fun experience of seeing the dad Cheeto orange and dad Santa red.
Otherwise, I'd be posting pictures online and they would look different to other people than they would on my phone.
I didn't hear what you said. Can we talk about Dad Christmas?
Let's talk about Dad Christmas.
So Dad Santa has this red color on my phone. It's very distracting. You know what? You're right. Maybe humans aren't meant to see these colors.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the important thing. He's holding, we said styrofoam earlier. I don't think it's styrofoam. It's just kind of like a bad material. Bad material dish.
This doesn't look like... This looks like a glass dish to me.
No, but when you really look at like the last dishes that we saw, like in the first image, I don't think they're like styrofoam. They just kind of look like fiberglass. So what's that?
These dishes in the first, you can see like the indents on the bottom. They look like takeout boxes.
Yeah, but they're gray, so they're kind of like almost like egg cartons.
They look like the bottom halves of takeout boxes, which is now weird to think about because they just kind of looks like they just kind of split them in half.
Okay, but here's the thing. It looks like Santa, in his weird red color, has come and left an enchilada.
This isn't an enchilada. It's a quesadilla.
Quesadilla. It looks like an enchilada to me.
Looks like a Wait, what's an enchilada to you?
It's an enchilada.
This is a quesadilla, definitely.
I just think about how when you go and you get an enchilada and you get the beans and rice on the side. There's cheese everywhere.
He has a plate He has a quesadilla plate with sour cream and looks like
Oh my God, I would kill for an enchilada right now.
quesadilla with sour cream and which looks to be like salsa. And he's holding it at... This is a whole tortilla. This isn't rolled in a cylinder. This is a half circle. It's folded in a half circle. It's a quesadilla.
Well, there's a sort of a Mexican cuisine here.
It's a quesadilla with sour cream and
Ketchup.
and like ketchup, also known as salsa.
Thanks.
And it's tilted. Santa's sort of breaking the fourth wall here, and he's like...
His gloves are underneath this dish.
Kind of, it looks like that he's wearing...
He doesn't even care that he's touching the whole food.
It doesn't look like he's touching the food. It looks like he has his thumb on top where there isn't food, and he's holding the rest on the bottom of his hand.
What is the crossover between like Puerto Rican and Mexican food?
I literally have no idea. I don't know what the crossover between like Mexican and like Spanish food. I made flan one time with my mom.
I don't even know what flan is. What is that?
It's a weird sort of... It's hard to describe.
It looks like a creme brulee gone bad.
It's like a thick custard cake.
Looks like a creme brulee
Look at that, though.
that wasn't cooked all the way. What is that meant to be eaten as? Like a breakfast, a dessert?
It's like a little dessert. It's like a little...
So yeah, a creme brulee that's not done all the way.
It's a custard.
That's what creme brulee is.
It's a custard dessert with a layer of clear caramel sauce. I think he's holding it normally. There is a collection of other items next to the eggnog.
Santa has appeared, as we can see. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
There's presents under the tree now.
There is presents under the tree now.
They were not there before.
Looks like exactly 2. There's 4 people and 2 presents.
At least 2 presents.
Mm-hmm. There's like other food-looking items under the tree that are impossible to decipher, so I won't go into it just because like I zoom in and it just looks too blurry. I see some like other like Christmas bulb lights next to the presents, and it's hard to see too. And of course, you got the Christmas tree there too, which is still like suspended on a broom. Let's go to the next image.
Yeah, I think it's time for the next image.
So,
Wait. I think I have probably one more thing to say about this image.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I have a lot to say.
Okay.
Why is Santa looking at the camera like that?
He's like, it's kind of like he's like giving the camera a wink. It's like, ooh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
You already know what's about to happen.
We will allow that. The other thing is, it looks like there's a whole fucking meal that he's set down here.
It looks like a whole fucking meal with no plates except for the quesadilla, which he is holding.
Did you already say that?
Yes, he's holding a case. Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes I just stop listening to you because you have like this really boring monotone voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I should do ASMR.
The other thing I want to say is that they're all just kind of sleeping here for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
sleeping on the floor.
Here.
The dad on the very right looks like in this fakest sleeping position.
Sorry, I just accidentally scrolled to the next image, and now I'm like, none of this matters. I want to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about the next image.
I have to talk about the next picture.
Okay, so
No, stop. It's time for me to talk about this image. Give me a moment. I have to mention.
Okay.
The fucking Santa on his hands and knees. Please.
Go ahead. Do it.
Oh my god, what the fuck? He is here It's not just Santa on his hands and knees. Imagine Santa, white gloved hands on the the hardwood floor, spider legs, spider knees, hardwood floor. There's a dog bowl full of cookies. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Suddenly, I understand that power strip. I see the power strip now. There's like, we see the power strip. We see like the leg of the table with the milk, the hamster milk thing attached.
Yes. Also,
Okay.
it might not be milk. It might be eggnog.
Well, Santa likes milk and cookies.
But
there's a dog bowl full of fucking cookies. Santa's on his hands and knees drinking the milk out of the hamster thing. We can't delay this any longer. Santa's on his hands and knees. He's drinking the milk out of the hamster thing. The dog bowl full of cookies is right in front of his face. He's ready to eat them. He's gonna eat them. He's gonna eat them.
that hamster thing could have easily like been put on like the top leg of the table, but they just put it as low as possible.
They could have given him a glass of milk.
No, they didn't. They didn't have any glasses. Otherwise, they would be drinking something. But they could have put the feeder higher, but they just put it super low to the ground.
Oh, my leg is stinging from the slapping. Okay.
Let him drink milk at a higher elevation.
There's a lot more to this image.
Like a proper man.
I think I'm ready to move on, though. Hey, go look at this picture for yourself. Okay.
Oh my god. Summer, are you? Stop. Oh my god. We're gonna get like neighbors. It's like midnight.
On Christmas Eve. It's fine.
They'll just think it's Santa, I guess.
I'm sorry. It's just
I'm just also gonna mention the last it's where the eggnog altar was. Is the same image as the eggnog altar.
Yes. I'm just saying that we're on the last image.
The last image.
This
is like the post credit scene to this because it's completely
it's nothing.
It's completely unrelated to everything else.
I'm sorry. Like everyone's mad at me for screaming. I guess. I'm gonna get evicted, I guess. But this guy. Okay, but there's 2 gingerbread buildings.
How big would you say these gingerbread buildings are?
They're much bigger than you would think.
I'm doing like some size comparison. They're like knee high.
No, think about it. This guy is closer to the camera than they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably as big as him.
I would say they're about like
5
feet across.
Look at the corners. Look at the corners of the room. There's like a corner of the room. There's a corner of the room. They take up more than the whole side of the room. Mm-hmm. So like. They had to angle one of them because it didn't fit against the wall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, easily 5 feet across each one of them. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
What? How did they make these? There's 2 gingerbread. We have to assume they're made out of gingerbread.
Mm-hmm.
2 gingerbread buildings. And one of them is Best Buy, and one of them is Home Depot.
The Home Depot.
They're fucking enormous.
They're enormous, and they look shitty.
They're stupid as hell.
But
It doesn't matter how bad they look, though. It's just like, where did you get a piece of gingerbread this big?
That's a good point. Where do you get gingerbread? And this gingerbread is They painted a big part of the Best Buy gingerbread blue.
It almost looks fake. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. How do you do this?
Is it made of felt? It's these pictures like seem high def just because of like.
I can say something very, very confidently.
Okay.
So the Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
There's like what do you call that? The overhang, like the shelf, the thing that people bounce off in cartoons.
Like when you jump off the top of a
bounce
building,
off thing.
and then you bounce off the little thing, the little
There's
subroof.
a specific word. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That thing on the Home Depot
Mm-hmm.
is made out of graham crackers.
Okay.
The rest of it worries me.
Just maybe like gingerbread.
So why is the back of it a different color?
What do you mean?
Red brown and then black brown.
I think that's just the lighting.
You really think that stark contrast is a lighting thing?
Yes. It's called color illusions. If you take one part and then compare it to this.
Now, okay, I'll allow it. However, the part where the Home Depot is, just the gingerbread part,
Yeah.
why is it so different from the rest of it?
Doesn't look that different.
Okay.
Maybe it was baked in a different place.
I'm just really upset about how much gingerbread this would require.
Yes.
It's so much.
It's a lot.
How would you bake? Where would you bake this?
They're also decorated with little candy buttons and little candy canes.
I'm sorry, we've forgotten to mention one very important thing.
Now let's mention the most important thing. There's nothing else in this image
Wait,
except
there is an entire man trying to sneak into the Home Depot.
who has to be like probably the subject of this image.
Yeah, we've spent like an hour talking about this picture and haven't mentioned the subject of the image.
Back to the motif of a grown man on the floor on his hands and knees.
Ass on full display.
Mm-hmm.
His socks out. He's got that weird sort of tartan, I don't know how to, just dad print. His head is just inside the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Because the Home Depot is so big.
He looks like that he's looking inside,
He's taking a peek.
which is like
No, look at how small his head is compared to how.
yeah.
Wait, why is this graham cracker so big?
This is a big graham cracker.
His head is smaller than the graham cracker.
This graham cracker's bigger than his head. This place is huge. And he's looking inside as if there's like more things inside that we're not allowed to see.
Look at his ass.
I'm looking at these yeeks.
I just wanted to get you to look at his ass. Just
You got me.
there's nothing there. It's
You made me look at a butt.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. Men's ass is not usually as fun to look at. So
this is also an image that looks like it was taken in like with the brightest flash in pitch darkness.
I mean, they all look like that.
But this one especially because you can see like the hard outlines. You're seeing like the Borderlands look on it again.
You see that in all of them.
I don't see that in the last Santa image. You don't see the hard outlines in that.
You're right. Actually, I was trying to be like, oh, you see that in all of them, but then I just started scrolling through and then I got to the image of the Santa crawling over the fence and I fucking short-circuited again. So you're right, I guess.
That's the whole set.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
This is weird because this is not a thing we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to be like, oh, I guess we're done. Goodbye.
But what if we were just like, I guess we're done. Goodbye.
I'm just gonna like own up to it. I was drunk when I started and I was drinking the whole time we recorded.
Wow.
So I'm even drunker now than we started. And I'm just going to be like, hell yeah. Don't drink, but enjoy.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Okay, but the main thing is, if you're hearing this now, I think it's been a whole year since we recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, I can't even begin to imagine the things that have happened since then.
Wow.
Because, holy shit, the whole year of 2019 was so much.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Think about it.
I'm thinking.
Noah is always saying things and not actually doing them.
Okay.
Think about it.
It's a lot.
Okay. Now, we've done a whole podcast, and it's going to be released a whole year later.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we can just slowly... Okay, let's wrap it up. Okay. Thanks for listening to whatever the fuck this is.
Thanks.
I'm sorry for being me. No. No. I'll start over. My name is Summer. I have no idea where this is going to end up. On the internet? I don't know where. Could be anywhere.
Yes.
I can't wait to find out where we eventually upload this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
You can find me on Twitter, probably at Stellar Ghost, and Tumblr at Kitty Princess. That's something we should keep in mind.
Yeah.
Just go to summergeist.com.
Mm-hmm. Go to summergeist.com.
Summergeist.com. You got it all. It's all there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Noah, what's your deal?
Just find me on Twitter at OwlDude. I got stuff there. That's all what I feel like plugging right now. I just want to take a shower.
True.
And wrap some presents.
Good
Because it's
point.
already Christmas.
It's Christmas.
And we don't even have presents wrapped.
Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis.
Folks?
Marriage crisis.
No.
What?
I don't know. I just want to say something good.
Okay.
Twee and Law, they're just good little kids.
I love them.
They're so fluffy and
Good babies.
love to just pet their little heads.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Before we move on to the next image, let's get to the story so far.
Okay.
They've been eating.
Ooh.
Oh,
Google?
we look at the first image. You see the same orange Cheetos, as if they like took the rest of the Cheetos and made the wreath with them. The fruitcake doesn't seem to relate to anything. You see the eggnog, which is a drink, and you see that they're eating without eggnog, which sort of implies that they like didn't have any cups to drink it with.
I'm sorry, what? Can you just say everything you just said again, but maybe twice?